the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014. There's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's an early... We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's an early season divisional matchup in the NFC East between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. The longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. On third down, it's Prescott.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing, Prescott.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And that's caught inside the 30.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Barkley. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Off the play fake, Heineke.
Eluding the pressure, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. The 20. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Heineke. Pass caught. It's been Skoranek. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
42 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season.
You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league. It's told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Play action now. Here's Heineke.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 33. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 4th down. These two teams all tied after 1. Touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Open man Lamb. It's complete.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
They'll run left with Pollard. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Aaron Robinson.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. It's Barkley on the counter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Now Heineke. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Heineke's throw taken in by Bourne.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, just like last play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 60 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They keep it with Barkley on first down.
Down inside the 40.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And now it's a bootleg with Heineke.
He'll buy some time right.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit longer to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Heineke. This one goes out wide for Barkley. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Third and short yardage, Heineke. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Play action now, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They'll run it with Elliott. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. First down, Prescott. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the...
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
56 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about.
And now here's another interception. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Running left, it's Barkley. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just now being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Gano's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That second down play nets a -4.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Barkley inside handoff. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 27, Heineke to Barkley on the check down.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Throwing, Heineke.
Buying time to his... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game. But I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them. Maybe it'll slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Now Prescott. Flush to his right.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, he'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. It got his man complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. He'll find his man, Simi Fehoko. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott now on the move to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there for the Giants. And even 50 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Heineke shoves him away. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
And this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Giants, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.